Hi guys, good evening. How are you all? I hope all of you are well and life is well and you are well and everybody is well. So today we are going to be talking about how to kickstart your CLAT 2026 preparation from New Year. Let me just check. Yes. Alright, so hi guys, good evening. How are you all? And I hope all of you are well. And let us start our class. Alright, so CLAT 2026, as a lot of you might know that the exam is now in December. So we have good 11 to 12 months to prepare for the exam. And it is always good to start the preparation early. And that gives you an edge. You would be better in concepts. You would have practiced a lot of mocks by the time the exam is there. And you would be good at practice and you'd have improved a lot. So in this video we will be talking about how to start the preparation of all the sections and how to go about your preparation as well. Now if any of you wish to prepare in a structured manner, we have just recently launched a course called as SHUBH. In this course, at the comfort of your house, you can attend your classes. The classes are going to be after your school, so it is not like it clashes, the timings of the class clashes with your school timings. No, not at all. So there are evening classes, and apart from that there is a doubt portal on which you can put up your doubts if you don't ask in the class, or you can ask in the class as well. You will also get sectional tests, mock tests. So if any of you wish to enroll in the course, all your 5 sections will be taken by the 5 educators respectively of that particular section, and all your concepts, question practice, everything will be done through the classes. So this will help you in a more structured manner, in the sense you will not have to go for different sources, books, websites. Through the classes itself, your course will be completed, and additionally you will get sectional test and mock test. What are the features being offered in the batch? So you will get daily classes, so that our syllabus is also completed on time, our revision is also done on time, and the tenure of the batch will be till CLAT and AILET 2026. The 5 sections shall be fully covered: daily question solving, 60 plus mock test, 1000 plus sectional test, current affairs compendiums will be given to you, separate doubt sessions, Shakuntala scholarship, and you can call or WhatsApp on such numbers. So what is a Shakuntala scholarship? If any of you get rank below 300 in the CLAT examination, then definitely your fees will be returned back to you, whatever you submit for the batch. And for additional discount on this batch, you can use code Kriti B, and I really hope to see you in the classes. So if any of you wish to enroll and you still have doubts, these are the numbers on which you can call. And apart from that, in case you want to just check out the features and everything, or the demo classes, so demo classes are available as well for you to check whether you want to study with us or not. So that also you can do by just visiting the 12minutes2clat.com website. The description box has the link to the same, and you can call on these numbers for assistance as well. So alright, that is for the course, and also about the CLAT 2025 results from 12 minutes to CLAT. So we have AIR 2 Anirudh Patak, AIR 33, 35, 70, AIR 92, 114. All of these bright students who studied with us and got good results in the CLAT 2025 examination. So if you also want to see your faces in the next year's results, definitely enroll with us, and we shall together crack the exam. Alright, now we will be talking about the preparation strategy for CLAT 2026. So first of all, to beginners, somebody who's watching this video with no idea, first let's talk about what is CLAT. So CLAT is Common Law Admission Test, through which you get an entrance to the National Law Universities of India, except National Law University Delhi. So National Law University Delhi has an exam of its own called as AILET, AILET, but apart from that, all the other National Law Universities have the entrance entrance exam of CLAT, which generally happens in the month of December. Now, why is an NLU important? Because as people want to do engineering from IITs, same way NLUs hold the similar tag with respect to students who want to pursue law as a career. These are one of the prestigious institutes in India through which you can complete your law and get better opportunities coming ahead. Now, where to start your preparation for CLAT. So the step one that I always tell the students is, please make sure that you visit the CLAT consortium website, the official CLAT consortium website. Go and visit that website. Here is the link to the same, and make sure that on that website you read every information given with respect to CLAT UG programs. So when you visit the website, if you scroll below, you will find find an area wherein it would be written UG program information. In that, eligibility, syllabus, pattern, everything would be mentioned, so that you get familiarity with the examination authority who conducts the exam, that what kind of exam it is going to be. So first step is going to be visiting the CLAT official website. Second step, very very important, most important, is going to be knowing about the pattern of the examination. What is the pattern? How many sections are there? What kind of questions are asked? Is there previous knowledge required? How do you deal with the questions? So these questions are to be first answered by you if you are someone who has just begun his preparation or her preparation. So let us see what is the pattern of the question paper. So there are 120 questions for 120 marks. The exam is generally of 2 hours, from 2 p.m. till 4 p.m. The exam is generally conducted on the first Sunday of December, first or second Sunday of December, and 120 questions are asked of 1 mark each, and for every question that you answer correctly, you get +1, and for every question that you answer wrong, you lose 0.25 marks. So for example, if I am someone who attempted 5 questions, out of which 4 I attempted correctly and 1 I attempted wrong, my total score out of 5 would be 3.75. Right? Now there are 5 sections in the CLAT exam. English, that generally takes 22 to 26 questions. Current affairs, 28 to 32 questions. Legal, 28 to 32 questions. Logical, 22 to 26 questions. And quants, 10 to 14 questions. This is the weightage of each section in the CLAT exam. Now the CLAT examination is predominantly a passage-based exam. What is the meaning of this? That generally they provide you with a passage, and on the basis of the passage, you are to answer 5 questions. Generally 5 questions are asked on the basis of each passage. So for example, if we take legal reasoning and there are 30 questions in the legal reasoning section, then there'll be 6 passages and each passage will have 5 questions. So for example, there is a passage mentioned on theft, robbery, dacoity. Then they will tell you what is theft, what is robbery, what is dacoity. And then there'll be the first question, for example, Ravi went out of his house to purchase a book. He did not pay the money but got the book thinking he has paid. Is this theft? So questions like these, and then you will have to answer on the basis of the information given in the passage. A lot of times there is a concept in the mind of students that should we study concepts or not, because the passage will have the answers. Then definitely yes, you must study the concept, because it is not like that you will study the passage and you will understand everything. It is a legal based, knowledge based passage. You need to have that knowledge. Secondly, if you are already familiar with the concept, then it will help you to reduce your time that you have to give in the exam to read the passage. So the exam is only of 2 hours, so you can't be giving a lot of time in reading the passage, right? So step number 1 is going to be understanding the question paper. As we saw, the paper is passage based. So for that, check out CLAT 2025, 2024 and 2023 question paper for review. This is going to be our first step for preparing for CLAT 2026. Step number 2. So as I told you, there are 5 subjects. So generally I advise for each subject keep a copy and a separate copy for your mock test. If you don't want to do that, then you can either have 1 copy for all the subjects with divisions, with 5 divisions for the 5 subjects, and then a separate copy for your mock analysis. this is important, right? Please make sure you have your notes intact, because they will help you in the longer run. Or if you are someone who likes to make notes on their laptop or mobile, that is also okay. Just make sure you have a separate area wherein you have kept all your notes for all the sections separately and your mock analysis separately. Okay. Now, so for example, I have these 5 copies. I have English, I have logical reasoning, I have maths, and then I have CA, and then I have legal reasoning. Now, apart from this, I'll have my mock analysis copy. So open up your mock analysis copy, and once you would have seen your analysis of the CLAT previous year question paper, before this you will see how is the question paper like. So just go through the question paper and write down on the first page of the mock analysis copy that what was the subject you were able to understand, what was that subject that you were comparatively better at. So it may be English, it may be maths, it may be legal reasoning for someone who has taken a drop, maybe it may be critical reasoning also, it can be any subject. And then in the order of you knowing the best to the worst, you write it down in the copy. Just say, for example, if I am someone who was good at English, then English, maths, and then I understood critical reasoning, then legal reasoning, and then current affairs. This was my understanding level of each section. English best with CA at worst. Now, we will have to focus on these sections according to how much do we comprehend. Like for example, CA is something that I did not understand at all, because now I'll have to start afresh, right? So CA will be something which I will attempt every day, which I will study every day from now on, so that CA builds up with time. Now, so up going forward, like for example, January 1st is the date when I'm starting my preparation. Now it could be that you have enrolled in the course, so January 1st there'll be certain classes in the course, the AARAMBH course that I told you about. So apart from those classes, or if you are in any other course, whatever your classes are, apart from those classes, there are certain things that you need to do daily, need to do in a week, and need to do every 3 days. So make sure, देखो, अब generally what happens is we make a timetable, we will get up at 6 a.m, then 7 a.m we will study the newspaper, 8 a.m we will go to school, 3 p.m we'll come back, and blah blah blah. We never stick to it. There cannot be a time stamp with respect to preparation. So generally my advice is that make sure that every day you make a to-do list. Okay, you can make it in your phone, you can make it in your laptop, you can make it in a copy right beside your bed, whatever, however you prefer. So make a to-do list, and in that to-do list write down what all things you are going to do today. So for example, my to-do list may some things have to be done daily. For example, current affairs have to be done daily. So now you'll start reading the newspaper. It could be the Hindu, the Indian Express, whichever you prefer, but not Times of India. Okay, so we will do newspaper reading daily from now on. Because why? Now some of you might say कि मैम करंट अफेयर्स ऐसे ही पढ़ लेंगे, क्लासेस से कर लेंगे, या मतलब कंपेंडियम से कर लेंगे. Reading newspaper will help you in English, will help you in legal reasoning, will help you in passage-based attempting questions with time allocation, and will also help in current affairs. So make sure that you give 1.5 hours to newspaper reading, so that your reading also improves with time, because this is a time limit paper with comprehension-based questions. So first to-do list mein first thing will be newspaper reading. Now I can do it any time of the day. Some people like to do it in the morning, some people in the evening. That is totally your freedom. Second, should be practice of your weakest areas. So for example, I realize current affairs is my weakest. So I'll tell you certain sources. From those sources, whatever I have done today's current affairs, I'll practice 5 questions for my calm कि ठीक है, I have done this today. So 2 could be CA 5 question practice, and third could be legal reasoning class attend if you, for example, have a class on that day. Fourth could be practice some maths questions. So this could be how your to-do list looks like, and at the end of the day, just you should be able to check off this list. So that way you don't have any strict timetable, plus you're also covering your syllabus. So this also helps you to keep track that you're completing your syllabus. Secondly, it also gives you a sense of accomplishment. अब कई बार क्या होता है, we just pick up a book, do something, मतलब some practice or concept revision or concept understanding, leave it and then do something else. But how do you see you are making progress or not? By these to-do list, कि हाँ ये मैं कर चुकी हूँ, ये मैं कर चुकी हूँ, तो I have made progress. Now there are certain things you must do every 3 days. For example, current affairs revision, legal topics revision, so that you don't forget. And some things to be done in a week. For example, so as I told you, current affairs you should do daily, and about the other 2 subjects for self preparation, 4 subjects, you should divide 2 subjects every alternate day. Just for example, on January 1st, you can pick up current affairs, English and legal reasoning. Then on January 2nd, you can prepare current affairs, logic, maths and critical reasoning. So this way every day you are covering current affairs and every alternate day you are covering each other section. ठीक है. So this way you make a timetable मतलब a week before. जैसे January 1st to January 7th you can make. This is for your self preparation. Classes अलग है ना. And apart from this, your mock practice. So in the beginning obviously you are not very familiar, so you can start with 1 mock a week. Don't wait for syllabus completion to start with mock. ठीक है. Just make sure that you're giving mocks every week. 1 week into the preparation or 3 weeks into the preparation, start with mocks. And like for example, sit on Sunday with 1 mock from 2 to 4 p.m. with no gap. ऐसा नहीं कि 1 घंटा सुबह कर ले 1 घंटा शाम को. 2 hours continuously give a mock and then your analysis. Now some important tips with regard to your preparation being starting from January 1st. Make sure that you do not compare your preparation or yourself with anybody else. Sometimes it happens, and I have seen this, that students think, ma'am, that person has been preparing from 1.5 years before this. How can I compete next to him? Beta, you also know there are a lot of students who are able to clear the exam within 2 months of preparation, with 3 months of preparation, with 6 months of preparation. Some students are not able to clear the exam with 2 years of preparation as well. You need to make sure that you focus on yourself. Focus on you. How much have you improved in the past 1 week? 1 week pehle you did not even know about the exam. You were not even prepared for anything regarding the exam. Now you are much more informative. You know a lot of things, how the exam is, everything. Focus on your growth. Are you doing better? In the previous mock you scored 60. This mock you're scoring 75. So don't compare yourself with others. Compare yourself with previous you. Okay? So this will make sure that you're going on the right track. Make sure that you're setting your daily goals. Just I told you, make a to-do list and stick to it, that this is something that I'll be able to do. It is not like you have to do it in a one go, है ना? जैसे newspaper reading you did in the morning, practice question you did in the evening, so you'll have ample amount of time in between also to just relax. Third, stop wasting your time. ठीक है? I am sure your parents, your everyone, school teachers, your relatives would be telling you, don't waste your time, don't waste your time, don't do this, don't do that, study, study, study. And I understand you can't be studying 24/7, and that is okay. But to build something, we will need a foundation. And to build a building, you need a foundation. For that, you need to work hard. You don't just sit and get things in life. You have to work hard for them. There is a price to pay. So for you to get a good rank, the price to pay is working hard. I am not saying that leave the other things in life. I am not saying stop hanging out with your friends, stop speaking to your friends on calls, or stop scrolling social media. That is all okay. It is part of life and it is understandable. I get it that our elders sometimes don't understand it as much, but make sure that you see it as an incentive. Just for example, you could just tell yourself that if today I complete my to-do list, I can scroll my social media for 20 minutes. So with this, you will also feel good that you are doing things that you want to do. मतलब and apart from that, you're also completing your goals. Or for example, you could just tell yourself, today I'll sit for a mock. If I do, I'll go meet my friend in the evening. So this gives you a sense of accomplishment, that this thing that I enjoy doing, I'm getting it after doing some hard work. And once you get a good rank in the exam, nobody will remember what you did, what you did not do. Everyone will only talk about the results. For those results, you will have to work hard in silence. So make sure you're enjoying your life, but that should not be the focus, है ना? Your focus should be studies. It should be a good balance. Life has to be a balance. Without balance, nothing can exist. Even the universe does not exist without balance. So balance is mandatory in life and in everything else. Mock analysis, very, very important. Analyze your mocks. Make sure you know what mistakes you're making so that you don't repeat them. Quantity over quality should not be the case, है ना? मतलब कि you are studying from 10 sources. I have seen students do this कि क्या बोलते हैं, they are studying from this compendium, that compendium, making notes, four copies of current affairs. What happened? Nothing. It will not take you anywhere. Stick to one or two sources, but make sure you know, if anybody asks you anything from that, you will know the answer to it. ठीक है? Pomodoro technique, if you are someone who get bored with studying, and that happens, then make sure you can search such kind of techniques that help you to stick to a plan, to be able to complete your syllabus, and dealing individually with my problem. Like for example, if you have an issue, then you should take it up with yourself. You should not be thinking like, oh, my friend has said that, oh, my other friend is saying that, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. You should stick to your routine and try to complete the tasks that are assigned to you by yourself. If there is any further issues happening, you can always approach your teachers with whom you're taking classes or any kind of guidance. But do not fall in the trap of telling everybody, your friends and everybody else, what problems you're going through and then making it an issue and getting away from your focus from your studies. Okay, so this should be our focus for this next year, coming up next year, and we will definitely clear the exam. This is very important. One thing I forgot to mention is the mindset. Okay, there could be 1,000 reasons you could tell yourself, I can't clear the exam, it is tough, this happens, that happens. Don't stick to it. Make sure that every day you tell yourself, I have cleared CLAT. I have cleared CLAT. You do not realize the power words have over you and your life, and your thoughts have over you and your life. So even if you don't believe that, it doesn't matter. Make sure that you tell this to yourself. I have cleared CLAT. I have cleared CLAT. And those kind of energies would definitely flow into your life. So your mindset should be a positive mindset. And I know it is easier said than done. Some days are hard and that is okay. But not every day should be hard. Right? Alright, now coming to the 5 sections. So legal reasoning, I am going to be taking your legal reasoning if you are going to enroll in the course. So there are 5 subjects in legal reasoning, which is law of torts, constitutional law, criminal law, contract law and miscellaneous laws. Concepts we will have to be doing through classes or through YouTube or through other sources, whatever you prefer. Current legal affairs, and make sure you're practicing PYQs and MCQs. So 2 things, concept and practice, is the backbone of all your sections in the CLAT examination. Now these are the 5 laws that we will have to study for the CLAT exam for the legal reasoning section. What could be the sources? So sources could be, if you enroll in the course, then my classes could be the sources. Then you don't require any other source. You don't require any book. You don't require any other website to go and study concepts. Concepts will be taken by me and you will be thorough with them. Secondly, if you are someone who is doing self-preparation, then there are certain websites on which you can find topics of these 5 laws that I just mentioned. So the major websites are iPleaders, Academic and Legal Services India. Mondac and these 3 websites are more for legal current affairs, right? जैसे the topics I have told you, law of torts, criminal law, you can Google those topics and read through these websites to understand the concept or any YouTube videos. For current legal affairs, these are the three websites: Live Law, Bar and Bench, SEC Online, and monthly compendiums. From these websites or any source that you like to pursue, you can cover your current legal affairs. But again, through classes, you will not have to. Everything will be done in the classes. Second section is going to be current affairs. So current affairs again can be covered through classes from November 2024 till November 2025. 1 year current affairs generally is asked in the CLAT exam. Newspaper reading must for current affairs start from January 1st itself. Now, even if you have not done from November and December, it is okay. We can cover through compendiums. But make sure that from January 1st, we are starting with newspaper reading. It must be time bound. Like on the first day, see how much time you took to read the newspaper, comprehend it, maybe 2 hours. So next day, give yourself a target of 1.5 hours to complete the newspaper. Dheere dheere, you will be able to complete it within a good time span. Reading is something that is developed through habit. There is no shortcut. Everything in life could have a shortcut, but not that. And third, notes making. So everything you are studying through compendiums, through classes, make sure you have a good intact notes of the same. You can download PDFs for notes, or you can write it on your own in your copy, or you can make notes in your laptop or mobile, or download compendiums and make sure you are revising them. So monthly compendiums can be referred for Vision IAS, Drishti IAS for someone who's self-preparing. If you are preparing with us, then 12 minutes to CLAT will send you your compendiums as well. So if there are any topics that are in news and you have not understood them, then you can Google them and you can use the word UPSC in front of that topic. Just say Russia war, UPSC, then you will get a lot of articles explaining it to you to understand the topic better. Make sure you're practicing current affairs question in the next 1 year. For static GK, so there is a book, Lucent GK. You can practice questions through that. Jagran Josh and GK Today. GK Today is a better source. So you can practice 5 questions daily from GK Today, for example, for static GK as well. And do as many questions for current affairs and static GK, because it is something that has to be revised and it is something that you will have to remember. So make sure you're revising, practicing. That makes us remember better. Third section is going to be logical reasoning. So because the exam is critical reasoning based, as you all know, there's a passage given, 5 questions are asked, certain topics that we must be thorough with. Now, some of you might ask me, ma'am, in CLAT 2025 question paper, weakening, strengthening was not much mentioned. So, fir should we do it? See, the syllabus had not changed for this year. The syllabus was same. What if in CLAT 2026 they ask? Because it was there in CLAT 2024. Right? So we'll not leave anything because we have time. We should have an edge. We should prepare everything well. So assumption, figures of speech, conclusion, inference, strengthen, weaken, boldface, identify, course of action. Make sure that you're practicing a lot of questions as you're attending classes, plus practicing a lot of CR questions to improve it. Comprehension based question, whether it is English or logical reasoning, it can be improved as much as you practice. Just say I have also realized that the more I practice legal reasoning, the better I get at it, the more understanding I have of the section. So same goes for your other sections as well. Coming to English, so through classes you can cover English syllabus. Then for vocabulary, there is a book, Word Power Made Easy. For grammar, there is a book, Wren and Martin. You can watch YouTube videos to understand concept. Again, practice comprehension based questions. And newspaper you can refer for vocabulary. You can make a copy for vocabulary. There are certain apps also, vocabulary.com also, wherein you can practice vocabulary question. Okay, and these are the topics that we should be aware in the English section. Coming to maths, algebra, time and work, pipes, problems on ages, number series, clocks, calendar, time, speed, distance, all of these will be the topic that we must be familiar with. Ratio, proportion as well. So again, these will be covered through classes if you are enrolling in the classes, else through YouTube videos or self-preparation also you can prepare the same. Certain books you can refer: Quant Aptitude, Data Interpretation, CLAT and AILET PYQs, and Magical Book on Maths for certain tricks to be applied in the CLAT exam. ठीक है. So now this is going to be the 5 section segregation as to how to prepare, and make sure that you're giving mocks so that, see, कॉन्सेप्ट आप क्लासेस से कर लोगे, सेल्फ प्रेपरेशन से कर लोगे, सब कर लोगे, पर इफ़ यू आर नॉट प्रैक्टिसिंग योर कॉन्सेप्ट यू विल नॉट नो हाउ मच प्रोग्रेस यू आर मेकिंग, यू विल नॉट नो वेयर आर यू स्टार्टिंग. I know a student who started with scoring 10 marks in a mock and then he went to 94 marks in the last mock that he gave. So he tracked his performance, like he made sure he analyzed his mocks every time he gave a mock. So make sure you're practicing mocks every week, and apart from that you're analyzing them, so that you know which section is your weakest section, which is your strength, and how much you need to work on which section. All of these questions will be answered. I'll make a separate video for mock analysis so that we are able to answer the same. Now, certain tips with regard to your preparation: build a daily routine. As I told you, to-do list. So you can set aside 5 to 6 hours for preparation. Morning में आपने न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ लिया, आफ्टरनून में आपने क्वेश्चन प्रैक्टिस कर लिया, इवनिंग में आपने क्वांट्स रिवाइज कर लिया. Focus on reading and analysis, because reading will help you with reading speed, improving reading speed, because the exam is of 2 hours only. Start your section wise preparation. Again, you can enroll in the AARAMBH course, as I told you, SHUBH course, or you can do self preparation, whichever suits you. Okay? And focus on your improvement and mock analysis. Now, certain FAQs that I wish to take up. So if, first FAQ, as a beginner, where to start? If you are a beginner and you have just started looking around for CLAT and how to prepare and everything, first step, go to CLAT consortium website, read everything regarding UG program. Step 2, pick up previous year question paper, 2-3 previous year question paper on a new pattern only, 25, 24, 23 ka, and see what were the questions, how were the question asked, how much do you understand, where do you need to start, and then start either attending the classes or your self preparation of the 5 subjects. Okay? As a dropper, question number 2, where should I begin? Now, I understand being a dropper is scary. Okay? I definitely understand, because I was a dropper, and a lot of you might think that you don't wish to prepare because it's tough, you know, everybody will be asking you what are you doing, you don't want to tell you're a dropper and everything. But, and there are 2 sides to it. There is no guarantee that a dropper definitely clears the exam, and I definitely understand that. So first of all, give yourself your emotional time. Check your EQ. Are you someone who's okay with the idea that there is a 50% chance you'll clear the exam, 50% you'll not clear the exam? Then you decide for yourself. If you have decided that no, I want to study from an NLU and I am okay with the price I have to pay for it, I want to start my preparation, I just want to tell you, there is an edge. You don't have your school with it. You have the whole day to prepare for CLAT. Secondly, you have experience. You already know concepts. You don't have to start from scratch. These are your biggest plus points to start. So give yourself that credit. Give yourself that good feeling that I am a little ahead. I can do this, and this is in my hand now. I can prepare well, and I'm definitely going to clear the exam. Then start preparing by revising the concepts, doing the concepts once again, and giving your mocks साथ में. Third, certain FAQ, my mindset is stuck thinking, what if I don't clear the exam? What to do? Now this is very common, है ना? ये तो हम बहुत बार सोच सकते हैं, नहीं हुआ पेपर तो क्या होगा? तो नहीं हुआ तो कुछ नहीं होगा, कोई और एग्जाम के लिए प्रिपेयर करेंगे. The world is मतलब don't put yourself through so much of burden, guys. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. The world goes on, life goes on. Sometimes we make it, sometimes we don't. And at the end of the day, what matters is that someday it will be fine. Because if everything is fine today, then it's done. Because life तो फिर क्या है ना, मतलब अगर everything is fine only, कुछ अलग हो ही नहीं रहा. तो just first of all, keep your mindset as you will clear the exam. Stop panicking. The results are not 100% in your hands. There are a lot of other factors as well. Luck is also one of the factors. What you can do is prepare for the exam. If somebody asks you someday, did you do your best? Did you actually focus on the exam? Was your preparation 100%? If you are able to say yes, then fine. If not, then to fir that is a different question, right? So first of all, your mindset must be that I will clear this exam. Secondly, sometimes we do feel low. मैं भी इंसान हूँ, मैं भी low feel करती हूँ किसी किसी दिन. Okay, कोई बात नहीं. But it's a phase. It will pass, and just tell yourself, I will prepare and I will clear the exam. It is okay. I am made for this. I am intelligent, and it is not some rocket science that I can't do. I will definitely clear the exam. Start saying positive things to yourself, and sometimes if that happens too much, then distract yourself. Sometimes the only way to not think something negative is distract. जैसे मेरे साथ होता है, तो I might just go for a walk, or I might just cook something for myself, or I might just watch TV, or I might just start studying, because it distracts you and you don't think about those things that you were thinking of. फिर वो थोड़ी देर बाद अपने आप ही thought process चला जाता है. ठीक है? So make sure you have a positive mindset while preparing. Sometimes if there are bad days where you feel, what if I don't clear the exam, then it's okay, you will clear some other exam. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि जो NLU से नहीं होते वो कुछ नहीं करते. बहुत अच्छी अच्छी जगहों पे भी काम करते हैं लोग, नॉट बीइंग फ्रॉम एन NLU. जो लोग दूसरे कॉलेजेस से हैं, ऐसा तो नहीं है उनको कोई जॉब नहीं मिलती. अ लॉट ऑफ जुडिशियल ऑफिसर्स, अ लॉट ऑफ लॉयर्स आर नॉट फ्रॉम NLUs. डिड दे नॉट मेक बिग? दे डिड. So it is okay. Life shall not stop, and we shall always try our best. That is most important. So that is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the session. That is it. And if you have any questions, I'll take that up. मैं कौन से NLU हूँ? I am from NLU Bhopal. I have done my BA LLB from NLU Bhopal. I have done my LLM from GNLU, and then I taught at Jindal Global Law School, and now I am here. Okay. Saksham, you can try in tier 3 colleges or tier 2. For critical reasoning, for passage based, you might not find. For concepts, are you asking, Chandradeep? What would be my score right now in a moderately difficult mock? You still have a year. 60 to 70 would be okay if you're someone who has been preparing for a long time. If you're a beginner, then like 10-20 is also fine. Right now your mock score doesn't really matter. Arey वाह. Alright. How to read newspaper? There'll be a session taken by Kesha sir definitely on the same. So alright guys, thank you so much. Take care and have a great day, and I shall see you in the classes if you wish to enroll.